I said, right now it's just a pavilion. I would like to see a sports club. These guys were giving back in all spheres of Barbadian activity. And I say a lot easy way to go.
Well, here we are once again on the red couch, and my very special guest today, as I continue to interview Barbadian personalities and others, is none other than the president of the Barbados Cricket Association, Conde Riley. So welcome, Conde, to the red couch.
Thanks for the invitation.
Good. Now, of course, when we have guests here at the red couch, it's really trying to find out who they really are. Now, I have known you. We've run into each other, usually at cricket and so on. We chat, we say hello and so on, but I can't say that I actually know who Conde Riley is. So, in your own words, when you tell us who is Conde Riley, what a little bit about your growing up, where you grew up, that kind of stuff and so on, family life, things like that, and share with us.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in Hackett Hall. My mom was a teacher. My grandfather was also a teacher. He was the headmaster at St. Philip's Boys' School. Both my grandmothers were housewives. But because my mom was a teacher, I grew up, coming through. I started at St. Gabriel's in kindergarten, then I went over to St. Giles, where my mother was a teacher, and ended up in her class in 1A.
In your mother's class?
Yes.
At St. Giles?
That's correct. Actually,
I went to St. Giles too, by the way.
Like any little primary school boy, played cricket, football. My mom was the Akela of the Boy Scouts, so I came through this Cub. Yeah. When I went over to Cornwall, I joined the Scouts and the Cadets. So I'd say I had a normal Barbadian upbringing. My mother was very strict, being a teacher. My dad, he passed away early. He went off to World War II and came back, and he was never himself after World War II. People to join Barclays Bank. Started to work at Barclays Bank, and I said, well, this would be short for 4 months. But then, so there was an offer for me to leave commercial banking and go into investment banking. At that time, I was doing my banking exams and so on. And I took a decision to go into Barclays Trust and Investments. And the rest is history. I got involved in cricket at the administrative level in the 80s. I was encouraged to join the BCA. I was asked by the directors what was my vision for the club. I said, right now it's just a pavilion. I would like to see a sports club, a modern sports club. Tennis courts were in a mess, and I said I'd like to redo the tennis courts and modernize that pavilion into a real sports club. Some of the BCM members, ordinary members, who were staff in Barclays, encouraged me to run for the board. So you got some organizing skills, so come around. So I ran in 1996, and I gained the place by one vote on the board. And then 2 years later, I was nominated by, I think, Captain Short, seconded by Winestre, Nobby, to be a director of Cricket West Indies. So from then I became a director of Cricket West Indies in 1998 until now.
Who were the influencers in your life, and what were or are the things, Conde, that you're passionate about? Obviously, cricket is one of them.
Canon O.C. Haynes, Oliver Haynes.
Yes.
He was a great influence when I was a little boy. Then there was a Sunday school teacher who became the chief education officer. Her name is Wendy Griffith Watson. She passed away a couple of years ago.
Yes. daughter of former Commissioner of Police. Yes.
Yeah, and she had a great influence on all the guys in her Sunday school class. Then at Combamere, there was a teacher called Harry Seeley.
Yeah, I knew Mr. CV.
And Charlie Pilgrim.
Yeah, legends.
Oh yeah, so these people had a great influence on myself because I felt that these guys were giving back in all spheres of Barbadian activity.
Well, listen, let's bring it home, Conde, and ask. Well, I have to ask you. You've been an investment banker. You've been a banker. You've been in business on your own. You were president of the Barbados Cricket Association. You're on the board of the West Indies Cricket Association. You've got national honors. You've done so many things in your life. If I ask you what's in the future, what you feel as if you have unfinished business?
I want to see this Caribbean fund for West Indies cricket. In other words, it's set up, it is well funded. I did a paper some time ago called Cricket as a Career. We need now to get that funding. And I say a lottery is the way to go. Because the majority of the people that play it are people whose children play cricket or they do athletics or football.
Thank you, Conde. Continue to do some great work. It's been my pleasure to have you here on the Red Couch. Conde Riley.
Thanks for inviting me.